Hi, this is 365801 and this is a book and manga haul for the month of November 2024. Now, as you can see, this is a fairly okay size stack, so it's just a little bit over my plan of 7, so I've got 9 here. One is prose and the rest are either manga or graphic novels, that kind of thing. So it's a little bit less than I thought it was going to be. I still have some things on the way, or maybe fingers crossed on the way. So we shall see what comes. But yeah, this is what I've got for November. We'll see if anything arrives for December. But I'm not holding out any hope. So the only prose that I have for this month is The Long Game by Rachel Reed. This is, I think, like book 6 in the series. I only own book 2 and book, well, I guess this is book 6. Maybe, is this book 6? Book 5? Book 6? Something like that. Anyway, it's Ilya and Shane's story. So, in the first one, Heated Rivalry, and this is their follow-up, The Long Game. They're my favourite pair from Rachel Reed's series. Unsurprising, I think it's everyone's favourite. And I was looking for a good price for this, but in the end I bought this because I was buying things from Books Please, and the other 2 things in the order got cancelled because they were Peach Flower House titles that unfortunately Books Please did not actually have in stock. They were going to have to order it from the actual publisher, Peach Flower House, and they were still selling it for good prices, but unfortunately too good to be true in the end. So yeah, I don't actually know how much I've paid for this in the end because of the discounts and things like that, etc. I haven't been refunded yet, so we shall see how much this actually was. I think I paid £7.32 for this volume, which isn't the best because I think I could probably have got it for £6 something, but that's still better than not having it at all, which is kind of the case when it comes to this publisher. This is Adores, or is it I want to say Carina, that's it, Carina Press Adores lineup, and it's sometimes difficult to get hold of them physically, so I'm happy to have this one in my collection now because it is one that I love and I listen to on audiobook all the time. Now, this was the one that I was waiting on at the end of October, and it was taking a bit longer to arrive. This is Sasaki Miyano's official comic anthology by Sho Harusono. I think there's some other people's works in there. But yeah, it's the anthology, which I managed to get for an okay price. I think it was £6.48. So this was through Amazon Marketplace rather than through Amazon, but it was actually an Amazon one from their warehouse, which is why they've stuck a sticker on the back, which is really annoying. So I'm going to have to try and get these stickers off at some point. I'm not really thinking it needs to be done right now, but yeah, it's going to have to happen. So I will read this at some point. I think I can probably read at any point. So it is one that I can probably get away with reading before the end of the year. If I can, fingers crossed. We shall see. But yeah, if not, it'll be an early 2025 read because I want to get through my purchases as quickly as possible. So yeah, this is Yen Press. I got it for a good price and I have not read it yet. Story of my life. But yeah, happy to have this in the collection, and it's in much better condition than the other thing that I got last month too. On to the next 2. These are both 7 Seas titles and ones that I was interested in getting but are not necessarily BL, more LGBT. So when I saw them sometime in October for good prices, I did consider buying them, but then I waited to see if there was something else I wanted, and then eventually there was, so which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I ended up buying these 2 along with another title from Blackwell's. So these were a pretty good price, I think. I got Claudine for £5.99, which I think is pretty good for this. They are both very slim and tall, large trim size, but they are slim. But this is a Ryoko Ikeda story, and so it's one that I think is important to have in my collection if it's one that I'm interested in. And also, I love that jumper. Don't you just love the knit? It does make me want to look and collect the ones from, was it Udon? Rose of Versailles. They're just beautiful, hardback, gorgeous. But I think I'd need to get them like 3 for 2s or something because they're kind of pricey. So being able to get them all would be a little bit of a challenge, I think. The other one is I'm a Terminal Cancer Patient, but I'm Fine by Hilnama. And I do enjoy autobiographies, anything really about biographies or autobiographies, anything that has to do with someone's life in general. I don't read autobiographies or biographies in prose. In fact, I cannot be bothered. But when it's in manga form, I do enjoy it. So this is one that I'm interested in and I'd like to have a read of. So it's not exactly LGBT, but the mangaka, the author, is an erotic mangaka. So I thought that would be interesting, at least for some meta-ness, like doujinshi and things like that. So I like when otaku or fujo culture is presented in biography or within stories when it's meta. I like that a lot as well. So I did think that this would be an interesting title for both those reasons. So yeah, these are the 2 that I got from Blackwell's. I got I'm a Terminal Cancer Patient for £6.24, which is still also pretty good. They're obviously brand new from Blackwell's, but they are both very slim. So I didn't really want to spend too much money on them at any point in time. So I think they're good prices, and I'll look forward to reading them at some point. And so we move on to the last thing, and that is the 5-volume series, The Warehouse by Killa Whale. And this is by Net Comics, and this is why I spent more money this month than I had planned to, but that I'm happy to have spent it because I think, fingers crossed, this is the last Net Comics physical publications that I was missing from my collection that were BL or BL adjacent. The only thing that I might need to get now is, what is it, Do Whatever You Want. I've got the first 3 volumes, but I haven't read them yet, so I don't know if they are BL or BL-esque. And also possibly volume 3 of Ruriville. But I don't know anyone who's got a volume 3 of Ruriville. So if you know anyone who has one, or you yourself have one, I would absolutely love to know, just to know that it does exist, so that I can keep my search going. But as it is, I don't know of anyone who has volume 3, so I don't know if it ever actually got published, or if it was just published in digital format, because obviously Net Comics was one of the first, if not the first, Korean publishers. So they would publish in, Tokyo Pop obviously had some things published as well, but they published not only the physical, but also digitally, and it was quite revolutionary, hence the name Net Comics. I mean, a lot of people don't really think about net as in the internet or .net, but that's how old they were. They've been around for a while, and I mean a while as in maybe like 15-20 years, something like that, which doesn't seem like that long, but is actually quite long when it comes to publishing. So yeah, I am a little bit sad to say, if you haven't already picked up any of the Net Comics volumes, I would go out and try and see if you can get them. I know that they're a bit slow on republishing certain volumes. So I was lucky to get volumes 1 and 2 of To Take an Enemy's Heart because I couldn't find them for ages, and then they reprinted some, which was very good. I was lucky, and I was able to get Boy Princess as a full complete set at the beginning of this year, so I have that as well. So I'm very happy with my collection, and I don't think there's anything missing. I certainly don't feel like, oh no, I didn't get that, or oh, that's still on my list. There's nothing like that. It's more of, oh, that's kind of BL-esque or BL adjacent and you don't have it, that kind of thing. And yeah, I knew I needed to go out and get this as soon as I saw the news that they were possibly like shutting down their website and shutting down their publishing house, that I wanted to pick these up. There's still, as far as I know at this point, no official statement about what exactly is going to happen. I think they just made a statement about their website. So yeah, I don't know exactly what that means, but it did mean that I, along with everyone else, rushed out to try and see if we could get whatever was missing from our collections. And it's also a shame because there's one shoujo title that everyone is really enjoying, something about a duke or a duchess, one of those ones, and everyone is really enjoying it and really wanting the rest of the series. So they're hoping, fingers crossed, that it actually does get printed, because I think they just needed the final volume, and that would just be the absolute worst, I feel, for anyone who is collecting a series and enjoying it and wanting that last one, because unfortunately it might not be. I know a lot of people were talking about their orders being cancelled, and hoping, fingers crossed, that they actually did print some of the volumes so they could get their hands on the last volume in English. But also, I feel sorry for everyone who worked at Netcomics, because they weren't a huge, big hitter, but they felt like they were plodding along. So I'm wondering why, what happened. Those are the kind of questions that I ask. And hopefully the people who are working there are able to get new jobs in the industry. Yeah, fingers crossed for everyone. So yeah, these are the volumes 1 through 5 of The Warehouse. Now, cost wise, where did I get them all? Now I think I got all of them except for volume 2 at Amazon. I just ended up paying almost full price, if not full recommended retail price, a bit extra because it came from America, which is a shame, but it is what it is. But I did manage to get volume 2 for an absolute bargain, so I'm happy about that. I got £11.71, volume 2 from Blackwell's. £11 is pretty good for one of these. They're thick, which I appreciate, and they're quite big, and they feel like very good quality, very chunky. So I'm quite happy with it. So £11.71 is a really good price. Volume 1 I got for £17.28. Volume 3 £21.04. Volume 4 £18.26, and volume 5 £17.67. Now I just went on Amazon just now to check what I had paid for it and also what the prices were just now. Some of those prices have gone up by £1 or £2. So yeah, if you're looking for them and you haven't got them yet, they are still available. At least most of them are, I think. So go ahead and check to see if you need to get them. But yeah, it's sad that Netcomics has come to an end, but it also means silver linings. Silver linings. It means I've completed a publisher. As far as I know, as far as I'm aware, I didn't plan on completing Netcomics in 2024, but it does mean that that's a complete collection and I don't have to think about it now, which is always nice as well. But the amount that's getting published these days, it really feels like it's sad, but it's, like I said, there's a silver lining to it, and that is that I don't need to collect any more Netcomics, and that it feels like it's a complete set now, so which is really nice. So I'm happy about that, even if, and I get the full series, which is not all I can say about the rest of the month. But yeah, this has been good. I'm happy to have it. I also saw that Katie and Bazaar read it was it last year, and they really enjoyed it. I'm not really one for dark psychological, dark romance, dark anything. Killing Stalking is not really my favorite. There's a few that obviously people are very into, and I know that this is like a webcomic originally, so it's beautiful inside. I'm looking forward to reading it with the caveat that I probably will not. It'll probably be a one and done because I don't usually like to revisit dark stories in BL, but it does intrigue me, and I think they made a movie or a drama or something out of it, so that might be worth checking out as well after I've read it. But yeah, this is the big one for the month of November, and 5 full volumes. So this is everything that I picked up for the month of November. The Long Game by Rachel Reed, Sasaki Miyano anthology, Claudine, I'm a Terminal Cancer Patient, and The Warehouse volumes 1 through 5. And they look quite good actually, the full set. So yeah, 9 volumes at a total cost of around £112. So more than I thought I was going to be spending, because I've been trying to save, but actually not more than has left my bank account. As I mentioned, with Peach Flower House also announcing that they were going out of business, it was a mad dash to the online stores to see if I could pick up the other volumes that I had just been lazy about picking up. I hadn't, because when you don't have in the back of your mind that a publisher is going to go out of print, you don't rush to get it. And unfortunately that is what happened. So it's a bit like Word Excerpt as well. They went out of business. I'm wondering if Via Lactea is. We still haven't had anything from Monogatari either. I know that I definitely purchased something from them. I still haven't got it. I think they originally said February, and then it was July, and then it's September, and yeah, I don't know when we'll actually get those volumes, if fingers crossed we do. They have announced quite a few good licenses that I'd like to get, so fingers crossed all of these do. It does make me want to go out and pre-order, especially the Rosemary ones, because I know that they're very good quality, and I'm looking forward to reading them. So yeah, those ones, but also just in general, knowing that a publisher can and will go out of print in this day and age, it is a little bit, the fact that we had 2 in quick succession really felt quite a little bit upsetting again. Felt a little bit 2010 for me, a little too 2010 for me. It does mean also that I did try and get things, but I haven't managed. So if I do manage to get anything from a Peach Flower House, they will be expensive. So that's why my cost for this month is more, but I haven't actually seen anything for it. So I'll need to get refunded for things that unfortunately I won't be able to get. I don't think I'm going to be able to get quite a lot, or if I do, it'll be like volume 2 of this or volume 3 of this, and so I might not get to read the things that I actually wanted to read eventually, but I haven't been. So it's about maybe prioritising my reading for next year. Maybe I should make more of a plan. I feel like I need to get a reading journal and actually formulate a reading plan, really think about what it is that I want to read and what I need to read, what's on my TBR that I have unread, but also what do I want to purchase. And for that, I need to get my shopping list done properly as well, and I still haven't done it yet. So there's lots of things to do. I already feel like 2024 is kind of a bit of a washout. It's not been the best year in my reading. It's not been the best year in terms of my ratings. And yeah, I don't know if it's been the best in terms of saving money. I certainly have spent it. But I'll start doing my year evaluations. I still have another readathon-esque thing to do. Bazaar is going to be reading some Sublime manga. And I'm going to be joining. So I'm going to try and get as much of my Sublime manga read that is at this moment unread in my collection before Christmas. So December is looking fun, if anything, and enjoyable, because I do enjoy the Sublime titles. I don't have everything, so I'm making my little shopping list at the moment in in a cart. Might buy some stuff. Sci-Fi also has been having a lot of sales on, so hopefully in November I get something from them, because it's better to make use of their sales when they have them. So yeah, I think I will maybe pick up some things that I can have and read before Christmas. That would be good. So yeah, this is everything. It's a bit of a chatty video, not too long, I hope. But yeah, it's sad news about Nick Comics and Peach Flower House. I'd love to hear from you. Did you pick up everything? Have you heard and able to get what you needed, or is this the first you're hearing of it? And if it is, I'm so sorry, because this was mid-month news, so it's already kind of been and gone. Fingers crossed you get everything that you want. I unfortunately did not. If you're in America, you obviously have a little bit more of a chance to still get some things from Peach Flower House than people in Europe and elsewhere. So yeah, good luck to you. I salute you. Let's do our best. 一生懸命頑張りますよね. So yeah, that's just how I'm feeling about collecting at the moment. It's just a 頑張って kind of feeling. So yeah, thanks for watching this video to the end. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on any of these titles that I picked up, or what did you pick up in the month of November as well? Is there something I should be picking up? I feel like that's also a list of some kind that I need to start making. I'm very, very bad at keeping up to date on what's being released, so that's maybe something to work on in 2025. But yeah, thanks for watching to the end of this video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!